One thing we want to talk about today is, because I didn't even know this, that a dry spell can be just as bad for your foundation and then your basement ultimately as a bunch of wet weather.
Absolutely, because what happens is the ground, and this is heavy clay soil here in central Ohio particularly, and that's what's holding up your foundation under your house, and if it shrinks, something's got to move. And because of the type of soil we have, you have a consolidation of the soil when it's very dry. You can go out to your yard and see fissures and different things in your yard, and that's really what's holding up the basement itself. So it's very important. Even during a drought, we tell people to actually water the ground around the foundation.
Really? So what can happen? Is this indicative of what happens? It starts to
unfortunately, what will happen is you start losing what's called the footing, and not to be too technical, but that's really, it's like a sidewalk under your house. And once that goes, then the wall starts bowing, and a lot of things happen that are not good.
So if it starts this, can you correct it, Ron?
Yes, absolutely. And what you have to do is you've got to do an examination of your basement, both inside and out, and we do that as well, and we do it for free, but you as a homeowner can do that, and you go down and you look for cracks, because that's an indication. A house should settle after the first, say, year that it's built. People say, well, my house continues to settle. That's not a good thing.
Okay. So if this starts to happen, you can fix it. Is it a major fix?
Well, it depends. I mean, we have a product called the Reinforcer, which is, we actually, some engineers brought it to us a long time ago. You can see pictures of it here. And it's a very easy, it's a space-age product, really, and we've been actually doing it for a long time now. What it does, it's only a 1/16 of an inch thick, but it's 7 to 10 times stronger than steel.
Those are band things that are going up and down.
Yeah, it looks like you're putting almost metal tape on your wall. But you still have to have it engineered. It's not something a homeowner can do themselves. And it will work if you catch it in its early stages.
And
this was actually developed right here in Columbus, Ohio.
Was it really?
Yeah, by 2 engineers, yes.
It doesn't look like it would be strong enough to really
I didn't think so either when they brought it to me, but after probably, 10,000 basements, and we actually do it across the entire country and in Canada. We distribute that product as well.
And if someone doesn't do this to their basement, what happens ultimately?
Well, what do you think might happen?
No.
Nothing good. We tell people ask me all the time, well, what happens if I don't take care of it?
If I ignore it.
Well, it's kind of like anything else. If you were to go outside and I looked at your tire on your car and I said, look at that, that's worn, or it's got a bubble or things like that, what might happen if you continue to drive the car? Well, it's the same thing. You got thousands of pounds being held up by these walls, and if you ignore it, it could create. I'm not an alarmist. I go in. We have certified people that go in and really see what the problem is, because, unfortunately, in this day and age, a lot of people want to scare you and things like that. I run into that all the time, where we go out and they really.
You're a realist.
Yeah,
what's going to happen?
Yeah, and you don't want to be over alarmed, but if you have cracks in your wall, you better take care of it.
Okay.